Jimmy Calandra was born and raised in the north end of Boston. As you know, a very Italian neighborhood. He was proud of his Italian roots. I remember him teaching us Italian words that to this day still don't know what they mean, like a fugari, l'ultima, and guella, and some that I can't repeat here. He fell in love with and married an Irish girl from Southie, Jerry, 59 years ago, and they were together through thick and thin. They raised two kids, Debbie and Jimmy, who became successful in their careers, and raising their children, Jim's grandkids, Brittany, Andrew, Ethan, Dominic, Colin, Devin, and Molly. Our family, the Harrises, met Jimmy and the Calandras on Burnside Ave in Somerville in the 70s. That's where he dubbed my mother Lorraine and Jerry the Fleabags. At that time, Jimmy ran a sub shop in Powderhouse Square, one of his many jobs that he had over the years. He also butchered meat, was an auto service writer for Volvo, and worked with me and my dad at Harvard Wine. We spent many nights in the back room reminiscing about the days of old, with a few cold ones, of course, after my dad passed away in 2007. Our families often visited Lake Winnipesaukee together. One year, this woman who looked like my grandmother, Mary Maranzini, came out of her cottage. Jimmy yelled across the lake. I think it echoed across the whole lake's region. "Mary!" She didn't even turn around. He did it all week. Every time she came out, we laughed the whole week and still yelled, "Mary!" whenever we see a woman who looks like her, in honor of both of them, Jimmy and Mary, my Nana. Jim and my father took me, Jimmy, my brother Chris, or Cristoforo as Jimmy would call him, to Boy Scout camp in Barnstead, New Hampshire one year. As we were driving through the countryside, Jimmy and my father were laughing as we drove by a horse farm. Jimmy asked my dad, "Did you see the size of the baseball bat on that horse?" Us boys were in the back seat trying to figure out how a horse was going to play baseball. Once we became adults, we figured that one out. When I found out Jim was ill and had to go to facility, I asked Jerry if I could go visit. She said he'd love to see you, but warned me that he might not remember me and might not be himself. I walked in there, and he was flirting with the nurse at the front desk, that he called La Booma. She said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yes, I'm here to see that guy." He looked up at me and said, "Bobby, what the are you doing here?" I said, "To see you." He said, "Get out of here." That was the same old Jimmy I knew and loved. Jimmy loved life and everyone around him. The world needs more old school, proud, hard-working guys who aren't afraid to speak their mind like Jimmy Calandra. Salute to you, my friend. You will be missed. We will always remember you, and we will always be there for Jerry and the family. Rest in peace.